Welcome to this Baobab juice recipe. We're going to make juice now from the seed of the Baobab fruit. This is 100% natural product that comes directly from the Baobab fruit. The next best thing would be to get Baobab powder to make Baobab juice. But I do believe it tastes better if you make it directly from the seed. You're cutting out one middleman by not buying the Baobab powder. You're buying the seed from where the powder is derived. So we're gonna use Baobab seeds now to make Baobab juice. In African countries like in Zambia, they call this Mabuyu. It's a popular drink that they sell in supermarkets. And in the supermarket version, of course, they are adding preservatives to extend the shelf life. I mean, if it didn't have a shelf life of around a month or two, it wouldn't be worth selling because it would expire in 4 or 5 days. So we're not gonna use preservatives for our recipe because you're gonna drink it today or tomorrow or the day after. First, we're gonna weigh now to get around 200 grams of Baobab seeds. Then you add around 4 to 5 times of liquid in milliliters. For example, 100 gram of Baobab seeds, you could use around half a liter of water. Then you will have a nice juice. To make the juice a bit more thicker and intense, you can add 4 times of water instead, so it would be 400 milliliters of water. I don't recommend less than 400 milliliters of water for each 100 gram of Baobab seeds. After weighing the seeds, so in this case I took 200 grams of seeds, I'm gonna add a liter of water. So 5 times a milliliter, 1000 milliliter water, 5 times the gram in weight of Baobab seeds. The water has to be lukewarm because you want the powder to dissolve in the liquid, and the lukewarm water helps dissolve the Baobab powder from the Baobab seeds. I don't want this boiling hot, although you could. It's gonna kill off a few extra vitamins if it's boiling hot. So we don't wanna boil the antioxidants to death in the Baobab seeds. We just want it lukewarm. So you take some lukewarm water where you can still stick your finger in without burning. And you don't have to stick your finger in, but you can estimate it. We're going to mix it up then, but first you have to just leave it for around 1 hour or maximum 2 hours, and then we're gonna work it a bit either with your hands or with a wooden spoon or with an egg whisk even, just to get the powder separated from the brown small Baobab seeds inside. So now we're gonna mix it up a bit to get the white powdery part to loosen up from the Baobab black seeds. Removing a few pieces of Baobab fruit shell here that ended up in the seeds. So we just leave the Baobab seeds for a while, and now it's been around an hour or two, and we are ready to mix up the seeds. We whisk the Baobab seed to get the white powder to separate from the brown seed. The black parts of the seeds are more visible because the seeds has rested for around an hour or two in the hot lukewarm water. The white fruity powdery part is separating easily from the brown seeds. So you can use a variety of different tools for this purpose to separate the powder from the seeds, such as an egg whisk, a wooden spoon, or simply your hands. Hands is probably the easiest and the quickest way, which gives you the most control. The egg whisk is also quite easy. Here you can see the red Baobab strands that's in between the seeds in the Baobab fruit. So in African countries where they grow Baobab, they sometimes make a red tea with these red fine strands. If you have a bunch of these strands, which basically connects the Baobab seeds in the Baobab fruit, then you can make your own red tea. Okay, let's get down to business. clean hands, quick job. Separating the pulp from the baobab seeds. Once there's only brown seeds left, the job is over. Then you can throw the seeds away. A few more options. You can germinate the seeds, grow a baobab tree outside. If you're living in the right climate, why not? Otherwise, sometimes in Zambia, in these African countries, they will make a caffeine-free coffee replacement with the baobab seeds. As with most coffee replacements, it never tastes as good as real Arabica coffee. So the baobab seeds are mostly a waste product. Maybe someday somebody would invent some kind of a recyclable material potentially with the seeds. Otherwise, it's simply compost for the soil. The baobab juice is very close to finished, so we're gonna use a metal sieve to separate the remaining seeds from the juice. 1 liter of baobab juice made with 200 grams of baobab seeds. Baobab juice is not the sweetest juice, which is why in the baobab juice they sell in the shops, there's always a sweetener added. You could add your own sweetener like honey, maple syrup, dark sugar, brown sugar, anything that you deem good enough to sweeten your drink. Of course, I don't recommend white sugar, I don't recommend artificial sugars. Pick a healthy sweetener of your choice. Looking tasty. This is a great additive to any smoothie, but you could actually use this as a complete base liquid for a basic smoothie and blend in some fruit, give a unique taste and some extra vitamins to your smoothie. Otherwise, just drink it on its own along with a sweetener. This is a game-changing recipe. Baobab seeds turns out to be a really valuable ingredient for a very nice health drink. Baobab juice. Energizing, vitamins, antioxidants. Okay, so I'm scooping out the seeds. I mean, as I mentioned, you could use a metal sieve as well. By just throwing the liquid through a metal sieve, you can then throw out the seeds afterwards. A healthy alternative to all the mainstream unhealthy drinks. Now we will pour in the baobab juice into another bowl to separate all the rough parts like the red strands and the remaining baobab seeds. The juice is now completely in drinkable form in a bottom bowl, ready to refrigerate or to drink immediately after adding your sweetener of choice. Taste test. Tastes good. There's some maple syrup, Zambian wild honey, dark brown sugar, the healthy kind of sugar. So you add your sweetener of choice. It's normal to sweeten baobab juice. It's not really a naturally sweet juice, although you can drink it unsweetened as well. Okay, let's put it in a jug and we put it in a refrigerator where it will last for a few days. Unless you're really thirsty and just drink it all at once. Taste test passed. Add it to your smoothie. Make a baobab smoothie. For example, mango and baobab, great combination. Strawberry and baobab, great combination. Or make a more complex smoothie, like a green smoothie. Add some banana as well. Add some spinach if you like. Make your own dream green smoothie, influenced by Zambian baobab. This stuff is liquid heaven, full of vitamins, vitamin C, antioxidants. Have a nice day and enjoy your baobab smoothie.